so hot today. So we have the next installment in our venue series, and today we're talking about the 5 important questions to ask your wedding venue. But first, if you haven't seen already, we have launched our project Venues by Nulyweds. Here is a sneak peek. To find out more about our new platform and how you can be a beta tester, the link is down below. Now let's dive into these 5 important questions. Number 1, do you have any exclusive suppliers? In the previous video, we talked about how to negotiate with your wedding venue. And in that video, I mentioned exclusive suppliers. Some venues have an exclusivity with certain suppliers like DJs, decorators, catering, of course, things like that. Now, some exclusivity might not bother you. For example, catering, happy for the venue to do their own thing. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But other things can be more irksome, like decorating and DJs. To know how to negotiate away exclusive suppliers, you can check out this video. Number 2, how flexible are you with your menus? So this is another flexibility question, and you can see that I really value customization, personalization, and flexibility in wedding venues. And I think that you should do too. When it comes to your wedding menu, there are going to be things that you know that your guests are not going to enjoy, or the opposite. Maybe that the wedding venue that they have isn't very traditional or regional at all, and you would like to have more traditional and regional additions to the menu. Maybe you would like to customize it to bring in a piece of your culture, which is a great way of customizing. Good wedding venue caterers and wedding venues are willing to be flexible on their menu. Number 3, what are your solutions for those with dietary or access requirements? This is something that is often forgotten. If you have friends or family members that are coming to the wedding day that aren't able to walk very far, or are in wheelchairs, or are deaf, or on the other end of the spectrum, they are extremely celiac, they are allergic to nuts, they are vegans, they have some sort of dietary restriction, you need to make sure that your wedding venue and your wedding caterers are equipped to be able to support those guests. There's nothing worse than the guests who have those specific requirements feeling like they were an afterthought. Number 4, what is your payment schedule and can we customize this? So a good thing to know is how much you need to pay up front, what is the deposit, and what are the terms of that deposit. And then you need to know how you will be paying from then on. Sometimes it makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. So for example, there are lots of wedding venues in Portugal where you pay some of it a month before and then you pay the rest of it the week before, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So we've often kind of customized that payment schedule so that maybe there's one payment 6 months in and then the remaining payment is paid 2 weeks before the wedding. You might not need to customize the payment schedule at all. You might be totally fine with the way that they do things, but it's good to know exactly what you need to pay and by when. And finally, number 5, please can we see your contract before making a decision? This is so important. Don't commit before you have seen a contract. Look at the contract, see if there's any little nasty surprises in there. Make sure that everything is clear to you before signing. Make sure that they have a contract at all, particularly with what's just happened in the world and how at sea we all were. The reason that we have a contract is for these crazy things that we never think are going to happen. Well, in 2020, They happened. And those without a contract were really, really vulnerable. If the venue insists that they don't do contracts or they don't usually have a contract, but you do really want to work with that venue, then perhaps look into hiring a local lawyer to create a contract for you. So sure, these 5 questions may not be the most exciting questions in the world, but they are important. I hope that you found this video helpful. Do check out Venues by Nulyweds. The link is down below. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.